Hey, hey, Roy, how's it going?
Welcome back.
Welcome back, everybody.
Yeah.
Excited to be here. Looks like we both have sound. Uh,
Yeah.
we've made some changes to the audio. Hopefully, it's a little bit better experience. You don't have to adjust the volume up and down too much. So, if you're in the chat and you can
Mm.
let us know how the audio sounds, it's always appreciated because that's the only thing that really matters with audio is how it sounds.
Exactly.
you know, like it's like nothing else matters. You just got to make it sound right. So, anyway, man, how are you? Good?
I'm good. We had a chill July 4th. Um, just watched some fireworks from home. We actually have a spot
Uh,
where we can watch. It's kind of interesting. The whole city does fireworks. So if you just find a nice spot on a hill, you can just watch all the random fireworks.
oh, yeah. I used to live in an
Yeah.
apartment where I had like roof access. That was kind of cool. Like in Chicago, where you got all
Yeah.
the different. I had a busy week, so I had my all my nephews and my brother and sister in law up from Texas. So dune rides. He's originally from Mexico City, so ate some awesome Mexican food. Had a great 4th of July. Cooked smash burgers. Did a ton of fishing. Caught a ton of huge fish. So always a blast to have them out. So super fun. Back to the grind today, which is not as fun as they say, but yeah, had a good 4th of July. Had a great week. Took the week off vacation wise.
You mean
Wrestling.
the grind like work, right?
Yeah, that
Not the
grind.
grind like doing podcasts.
No.
Okay. Okay.
This is not a
It's
this.
like, oh, I feel hurt.
Oh no. This is not a grind. This is my favorite day of the week. So
Yeah.
for sure. So there's not a ton of wrestling to talk about, but there is a little bit. We got our final X this weekend, right? And we have
Yep.
some other items that I don't know if they need to be discussed, but it seems like everybody's discussing them. So it's like the obligatory wrestling discussion about X.
Yeah.
So we'll
News.
try to do our best with that. But yeah, so this is I didn't make it officially 1-0 since I haven't quite set up like the Spotify and Apple podcasts yet. So
Yeah.
we're still in beta. So we're gonna call this
I agree with that decision.
episode .10, the Jax versus Vito preview and other news. So awesome. As always, we start with the wrestling quote, and this is from I feel like somebody who is sort of like forgotten in some degree, like in the wrestling community. I mean, it's a problem when your brother wins 2 Olympic titles, 4 world
Yeah.
championships. It makes it a little difficult for you to kind of break through from time to time, for sure. And then when you like move to Arkansas or wherever he moved to, spin up wrestling in the South. So he's not as prevalent, I guess. But this is our first 4-time national champion, Pat Smith.
Mhm.
Obviously a phenomenal wrestler, and like he's like the guy who ran the first sub 4 minute mile, right? He proved it could be done, and
Right, right.
we've had some people do it after that. But first is always super impressive. But so this is champions do extra. They
Hmm.
sweep the mat. They pick up the towels. They do what others won't. So this is interesting because it's always, there's that video of, like KO like vacuuming, right? I think we even had it on the podcast.
We had it on. Yeah.
Yeah, and and then also like Carter's always like, I love these coaches. They like do my laundry. They like, it's like after he wins the title, he's like nobody else's coaches wash their dirty socks, like whatever. So on some level, right? I think that it's true that there's always stories about Michael Jordan like shooting free throws at 3 a.m. or whatever. Like
Yeah. And Kobe.
yeah, to be the best of the best, you have to put in the extra work. I don't know that there's a lot of stories about Michael Jordan picking up towels
Right.
or shining Scotty's shoes or nothing. But so it's a little interesting what he decided to. Uh, I guess that's like a dedication to
Oh,
the tire program or something, right? Is that what he's talking about?
Yeah, I kind of wonder who the quote is for. If it's for champions,
Right.
right? Like, remember to be humble.
Yeah, right.
Don't be a prick to
Yeah.
everyone around you. So if it's a quote for champions, then yeah, I like that message. If it's a quote for some aspiring champions, like I don't know that this is like the best
I
advice.
I kind of feel like this might have been like something he thought of while he was like watching his kids slacking.
Yeah,
You know what, man?
you see me picking up the towels,
Right? You're
and I'm
never
champion.
you're never gonna be a champion if you don't start cleaning up around this house. Right? How do you expect to be a champion if I can't even expect you to do the freaking dishes, man? And look, there's spots on them. What are we talking about here?
Right.
You know? Do I need to show you my 4 trophies again?
Right. Just visualize your
Right.
opponent not doing any chores, and then do the
Yeah,
chores.
there's a way to do stuff, and that ain't it, kid.
Right.
So after that, who's mowing the lawn? Oh, I'm doing it, Dad. I got you. I want to be a champion. Oh yeah, good stuff. I don't want to talk about it. You got any goals? You doing any good?
I'm doing a 6 a.m. workout tomorrow.
Nice.
Fully locked in.
Any updates on Titan Mercury?
No. I'm gonna have to just go knock on their door because
Yeah.
I don't think they even check their email.
Road trip. All right. So, yeah, thought we'd do a little bit of news. I guess I've got a couple opinions, things to say, I guess, on that, and then we'll talk a little about Jack's Vito and what you think about what's going to happen in that match and what I think, and we'll probably both be completely wrong, but we'll see. All right, but first, some good news. Ben Askren made a post. I don't know if you said you did see it.
Yeah, I saw it.
So that's worth checking out. Excited that, I mean, obviously he lost a lot of weight, lost 50 pounds, and but he's talking. He's seems to be just the same old Ben, just a little unrecognizable, as you said. Won't let me get there, but I think I encourage anyone to go check it out. And Ben seems to be like excited to get through his recovery, and still got a lot of zest for life. Still, doing a lot of interesting analysis and things like that, and so super cool. And I mean, the sport's a better place with Ben Askren in it. So again, if you haven't got a chance to see it on Instagram yet, definitely recommend that you go check that out. And it was nice to see something not from him. I originally created the slide and had like a little update about how he got his transplant, and then like an hour and a half ago, he
Right. This is just posted.
yeah. So very fresh, very cool. And I guess on the other side of the coin, I don't know if I'm a little. There's lots of things to say, but let's just say. So this is I made Bo Bartlett the title here because like Bo is the only person who's really put his name on something, right? I mean, so all we know in reality is what we know from Bo. And, Bo didn't say this anonymously or anything. There's an article that's out there. It has a number of different things. It certainly has some, a lot of information about Carter, allegations related to Carter, bullying bullying's not even like a great word for it. Like it's like, I think it's a little bit more than that. In the Penn State room, there's some other stuff in terms of some allegations related to sexual misconduct that are in the article as well. But it's been really interesting to see like the media reaction, right? And for me, like what's really, I don't know, I want to say it's upsetting, but disappointing, or people are talking about like, is there both sides, or like, Like I was watching the FRL and like Piles was like he referred to in I felt like a semi derogatory way a referred to Bo's wife as an attention seeker, which I thought was hilarious because this is a guy who goes in a room with a camera by himself, makes a 10-minute video about a question that could be answered in 30 seconds tops, and then posts it on every social media platform. I mean,
but he wouldn't deny that he's
an attention
an
seeker,
attention seeker himself.
I suppose. So maybe like, right? Is it right? Maybe it wasn't a derogatory comment. Felt like it was, but anyway.
Well, I think he just. I mean, it's questionable whether her intention is to help the wrestling community. I think it's his point. Whereas his attention,
it's not. But that to me is like that's a big cop out with the media too. It's like they say everybody's trying to burn down the wrestling community. Everyone's trying to look. If KO did something really, really bad and KO loses his job, you know what's going to be here tomorrow? Wrestling. Mm-hmm. Like we literally already have another team that's waiting in the wings to become a dynasty. Like we're already queued up for the end of Penn State if it happens to happen. I mean, if Flow Wrestling went bankrupt today,
mm-hmm.
You know what would be okay tomorrow? Wrestling. This idea that you can't like, you know, oh, if you're like digging too deep in this story or you're talking about a negative light that you're like attacking wrestling, you're not. You're just asking like, I mean, okay, so let's say, I mean, this idea like we haven't heard both sides. Why haven't we heard both sides? It's because the other side hasn't spoken. Oh, Barlett.
Yeah, but you are not under any obligation to.
No, but you're
publicly
not
respond to rumors.
You're not. But it okay. Stands. If you don't deny them, then they become a lot more truthful in my mind. I mean, if you don't.
Oh, come on.
No, yeah.
That's like no. That's totally giving power to somebody else to like just say anything, and then you got to deny it now.
This isn't anybody saying anything. I mean that's a little unfair.
That's standard. No, that's standard. That if somebody makes any statement at all that's untruthful, if you don't deny it, there must be some truth to it. I don't agree with that at all.
I mean, like I guess just from the perspective of like it has to. I mean, there's been radio silence completely from like Penn State University, Penn State coaching staff, and like I don't care like how long they have to answer the KO will eventually have to answer the question. Did Bo Bartlett come to you and tell you that Carter was grabbing his dick, sticking his finger in his butt, and taking pictures of him in the shower? I mean, that question's going to come, regardless of how long it takes. And then he has to say yes or no, or he has to say, well, I'm not going to talk about that, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But like that question is not avoidable forever. I mean, right? Or is it? Can he get away with saying no comment to that? Can the university get away to saying no comment to that?
I don't know. The big part of the problem is like we don't know like the truth of the situation. We just have heard these things.
But they're not just heard these things. This is somebody on record. Name checking the coaches, name checking Carter. This is not. I mean,
no, this is not an unnamed source.
This is not first person experience.
Yeah.
So, like, I feel like those questions are gonna have to come at some point.
Yeah, at some point, but it takes time to.
It doesn't
hear
take
all sides of the story. I mean,
it doesn't take time if it's not true.
I doubt that there's like nothing. I doubt that this is just completely made up.
Right.
That there is like some thing, but there might be different interpretations of what happened.
Right. But there's not until like. But what would I mean? You, but there's not anyone like you. Do you think they're going to come out and tell their side of the story?
Mm, I mean, I don't know because I don't know what like actually happened, right? So both Bo and Carter are leaving too, right?
Carter, I don't know about Carter. Like Bo said they Penn State staff when they were trying to keep him at Nittany Lion told them that Carter was not going to be like brought in, but
Okay,
that was before he wrestled for them in Final X. So it's not like they booted him,
right.
right?
Hmm. Yeah, I guess for me, I mean the allegations are serious, and it sounds like he went to like coaches first, so
Mm-hmm.
he wasn't just like going to the internet and trying to start
Right.
a thing. Uh,
He went to coaches, and then with his stuff, then he went to the police.
and he went to the police, right.
Right. Mm.
So I think he in terms of it being like real from his point of view, he's doing like the right steps. I just don't want to like weigh in too much on something I don't actually know. What it is.
Right. But well, how will you ever know? I mean, you won't know. Right.
Yeah, well, I
I mean,
guess
if you're
not.
willing to like say, I don't want to weigh on it because the other side's not talking. That's in some ways completely unfair to Bo Bartlett.
Well, they're not talking to X. They're not going on podcasts. I mean, I don't know what is actually like things could be happening right now and we don't know because it's like it's not just some who's dating who gossip thing. It's like an actual legal thing.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't want to just go online and just shoot from the hip on stuff with like that.
Right. The university, right. The university had a choice of saying, we're aware of the allegations, we're conducting an investigation, or like there's a lot of different things that they could do than just straight radio silence.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the weirdest thing to me. Now, Carter, I get.
I agree that it is weird that
That
they
like,
haven't done that much at least.
right. That like they don't even acknowledge that and I think the article is like from, I mean, to me, it's like, it's a real reporter.
Right.
I mean, this has gone through an editor. This information has been vetted to the degree where they're not going to get sued for slander or libel. So, I mean, there's obviously something there. But this whole idea that, like, I don't know, like, if you say we're waiting for both sides, there's been ample, I don't know, for me, there's been ample opportunity to, like, come out with some sort of statement.
Hmm.
Then, and if, like, it's like, it invalidates, like, I mean, if the other side never talks, then what both says doesn't count. Like, I mean, every day they don't talk to me, it makes, like, both side more reputable, I guess. I mean,
That's understandable.
no one's challenged anything that he said.
Yeah, I guess for me, I'm still just waiting. I have a little more patience because it is a real legal thing, and it's only been like what 5 weeks.
Yeah.
Like sometimes things just take time to like you gotta get your facts straight before you go make a public statement.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I don't know. It'll be interesting. I guess. I mean, to me, like how it all shakes out. But I feel like they have to address everything like publicly. And that's not Carter. I mean, the Carter stuff's a little bit different. Like, I feel like, and that's important. I mean, Carter's not I mean, obviously, it's important to Carter. It's important to Carter's career and things like that. But like, I feel like the allegations against the Penn State coaching staff that they knew and did nothing
Right.
are the only thing that's really serious here. And like
Yeah,
in terms of the sport. right? I mean, I mean, how, I mean, multiple times, like Paul said, I went to the coaches with this, I went to the coaches with this, I went to the coach with this, I went to KO with this, and like, okay, like, I think KO needs to issue some sort of statement.
Yep.
But we'll see. Like you say, I mean, it is not a done deal, and but I feel like, I don't know, the media reaction has been kind of strange. And then, like, I think what did Willie say on Bash? He's like, yeah, the mainstream media hasn't picked up the Carter stuff, so maybe it's not true. No.
But there might be something to that.
Oh, I think that like the Carter thing is like those types of allegations are like certainly like I don't think as seriously. It's not as serious to like the community. I mean, in terms of the sport, than the what the potential misconduct by the coaches.
Right.
I mean, the Carter stuff is right a different thing, and like more evidence that he's like really not a great dude. But that existed. I mean, I don't know why the mainstream pick up on that, because it is really difficult to filter those types of situations out, right? The Kasich thing's kind of weird. So it was Carter and Kasich that went in the locker room
right
together, and like nobody's talking about that.
I mean, nobody is talking about.
Were they hot tubbing or like what's that? I mean, like Kasich seems to be like getting a little bit of a reprieve or something. Like, so I don't know.
Right.
Oh, all right. Enough of that.
Yeah.
Enough of that. Let's do some news. What did I do here? All right, so a couple things. I noticed that longtime listener Bo Nickal took my advice. if you go back to previous pods, right, that where I said he needs to like stop getting punched in the face because he's not very good at that, but he's really good at wrestling, and he should call the Hulkster and be like, "Hey, brother, you got to get me in that league." And it happened. So,
and he's calling out David Taylor, right?
I didn't quite see like the Ariel Helwani like interview. Like, I'm not sure about that. But I think his opponent's going to be Cardenas. That's what I saw today.
Oh, okay.
So, should be interesting.
Do you think Bo's got a lot on the line with this? I mean, if he loses,
right? I mean, I think that like
he's kind of, I don't know, who's going to care about him ever again.
So I think that like the MMA community is kind of there already. I mean, why else would Dana let him do this, right? Like, yeah. I mean, Dana's letting him do it because, like, well, if he loses, whatever, we'll just feed him to somebody, and if he wins, he might like rebuild his brand a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that like Dana's a little bit like, whatever, because I'm sure he had to get permission to do this.
Right.
And I'm sure that Dana might even be taking a little bit of a cut. I mean, I don't know, So, but yeah, interesting, I guess. That'll be fun. What's weird is like, we decided last week that we're going to do a show on real American freestyle. And then like you go to like start doing research, there's just not that much information out, right? And then like we should have done this show on Claw.
Yeah.
Because like their draft's coming up on July 21st. They've got some, I think Zane, Mock. They got a number of like intriguing wrestlers. They've got like general managers. I'm not a big fan, I guess, of I love dual meets, but like the team concept in professional combat sports, like I don't see how that works. I mean, I get with college affiliation, you got a built-in fan base and all of that. I mean, I love dual meets, but at the pro level, combat is primarily very individual.
Yeah.
Right. And so, where do you? I mean, like, so I could see like if you did like like countries or something. You know, like
Yeah, countries would work.
Dagestan versus America, or right, or Europe versus America, or Europe versus Dagestan, or like you could make that work because people would have that allegiance or they would understand that, right?
Yeah, of course, of course.
Mm-hmm. But just some random team drafted by Angelo Ferrari. like
Right.
what? Like I so
I
I
mean, they
don't
must be counting on like the marketing of the team
right.
to do something. Yeah, it's kind of interesting because Real American Freestyle is going to go with the UFC, right? The idea that like there's
Yeah.
a champ per weight, and
Mhm.
then you get ranked or whatever, and then they'll make cards.
Yeah.
And Claw is going to be dual meets.
Yeah, it's my understanding. Like team versus team. Or I could see like you could have teams but a mixed card. Maybe a hybrid of that, you know what I mean? So it'll be like the 133. I don't know. I don't know how the whole team model works. But I'm
Yeah,
actually like I'll say that their marketing's better. Their social media is like more on point. They're out there. You understand what they're doing.
you're talking about Claw, right?
Yeah, Claw, right.
Yeah.
Real American Freestyle is like confusing me as to like what exactly what they're trying to do there.
Yeah.
Because like it's crazy like how
Well,
little information we're getting.
yeah. Really little information. It's August 30th, I think, is their first
Right?
thing.
Yeah.
It's actually the same day as CGI 2, for those of you who follow grappling. That's Craig Jones Invitational.
Is that the Gable Jones match or
Yeah, Gable Jones, and I think Pat Downey is involved in that. I think he's on the American Misfits team.
that's fitting.
So, but basically, there's a huge grappling event. I mean, CGI, I think, has basically dethroned ADCC, or at least temporarily, as like the top non-wrestling grappling event. So it's just interesting that they picked like that day to do something like this, and also the World Championships for UWW are coming up, so
Right.
it's not an ideal time for anybody who's on the world team or an alternate to go do some speculative event like this.
Yeah. I kind of feel like yeah, there's all kinds of things, but and those things, but then just
Right.
but just alone, they're not even really like marketing it, right? I mean, there's no interviews.
It does seem like so they had put their foot on the pedal on the marketing about, I feel like 2 or 3 weeks ago,
right.
and I was getting things in my feed like this guy signed, that guy signed, and people were posting little 1 minute like hype things, and yeah. But maybe it's just July 4th. Maybe it's a waste of time to do marketing during July 4th anyway.
So that's it. Like maybe like they're just geniuses, right? Like they just like they gotta like their marketing right now is getting people talking about and bitching about how little marketing they do. Like they've got a whole AI formula that's going on. It's like, oh, this is exactly what we want to hear. Like people screaming for like more information and like. But anyway, we digress. Here we go, talking about Real American Freestyle. We should be talking about Claw. So
yeah.
So I haven't figured out exactly where to catch the draft and all that, and like I don't know. I mean, but I am sort of like I feel.
When's Claw's first event?
See again next week. That's going to be the show.
Okay.
We're gonna have to deep dive this. The draft July 21st, and
okay,
we'll find out more. And then Gabe Arnold left Iowa.
Well, he was asked,
dismissed, right? Okay.
Yeah,
Was dismissed from the team. It is a little different. So
yeah,
I don't know.
Well,
like,
what was your So I had an initial reaction to that, and even though I am like the Iowa hater on this podcast, it's more like, like I hate the Yankees, not as people, but it's just more fun when there's a villain. And so I've just picked Iowa as like my villain in wrestling. But I thought that this was my initial reaction was like this was a interesting move by Tom Brands, um, especially given the that Bartlett like backed out or decommitted. And I liked the message that this sent. Um, Sometimes people are just like not a right fit for the team. And I think that there's a little bit of a vibe, at least from my perspective, that NIL considerations are driving a lot of decision making. And this just, it felt to me like I was like actually getting away from all that NIL stuff and like actually getting back to like running their program the way they want it to be run. And that starts with like the culture.
Right. Yeah, I agree.
And just the way it landed with me right away. I didn't. That's the thoughts I had, and I wish him the best.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Talented guy.
Yeah,
sure. Yeah. I think it was interesting, right? Like you say, I mean, like it kind of like reinforced that I mean, you look at like Jordan Williams or whatever got arrested and like all of that, and they didn't like throw him out with the bathwater or something, right? They like, I mean, it's come to light that anyway that like he was probably overcharged. If nothing else, he got a bunch of the charges dropped, and
yeah.
and right with Gabe Arnold. I mean, I'll like there was like last year, like they were managing him, and he had admitted to having, or not admitted, but acknowledged some like mental health issues and stuff like that and things like that. And I think that he had nothing bad to say about the coaches, on the way out at all, even though.
Yeah,
so yeah, I mean, I think you're right. I mean, that like it's a little bit of a wake up call to the brands and about, what they need to do with their program, and also to the wrestlers in the program. And I think you're right. I mean, the days of crazy NIL are probably past us.
It's pulling back, and I remember this story. I think it was about Dan Gable. It's a story I heard growing up, and Dan Gable went to some recruit's house in like Oklahoma, and this guy was like a 2 or 3 time Oklahoma State champ, and ultimately decided not to recruit the kid, even though I think that person went to Oklahoma State and won. It was an All-American or maybe even a national champion.
Mm-hmm.
And then people asked him, like, why didn't you recruit that kid? And he said, well, he had too many other interests besides wrestling. And it's just I mean, it wasn't about the talent and it wasn't about the potential, but there's just a certain kind of personality. Like each pro wrestling program kind of has its own personality.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes people aren't a fit. And I think this NIL thing has created a wave of high school wrestlers who are, it's kind of interesting. Are they social media first or wrestling first? I mean, you got to be committed to get that good at, but
right.
Are you doing the social media because it's like a necessary thing, or are you like kind of into it? You know what I mean? Like, is wrestling helping your social media career, or is social media helping your wrestling career?
Right.
And I think that just the way it looked to me, that Gabe was like kind of into social media more than wrestling. This is the way it looked to me. And maybe that wasn't a good fit for Iowa room.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I mean, this is probably ultimately maybe okay for him. I mean, I don't think
it'll be better for everyone, I think.
I don't think he had a spot. Like,
yeah.
I mean, I think it was going to be Kennedy, it was going to be Caliendo, it was going to be Ferrari. I mean, there wasn't any like room in the lineup for him, and did seem like someone who wants to start. So
yeah, and maybe we'll start seeing more of that, because a lot of the like talented people have been concentrating in just a few rooms.
Right.
I mean, there's in Iowa and Penn State and in some other places, there's definitely people who could start on 90% of other Division I teams who are maybe never going to start in 4 years. And sometimes you got to think, what do I want out of my college wrestling experience?
Mm-hmm.
And this place, it might be the best place to become a great wrestler or the best wrestler I can be, but it's not the place to get the most starts and travel and put on the uniform, you know?
Right. Yeah, no, it'll be interesting. And then like will coaches develop like reputations for rehabbing wrestlers, you know?
Yeah.
So all of a sudden, like, right, the some of the California schools or, you know, different schools will be
Bakersfield.
the Bakersfield stepping stone, right? Like, we'll take you.
Yeah.
And I mean, that was interesting with Bakersfield. Like, I'm like AJ, like when he went there, he said he went there because like they were the only coaches that said, we got your back. You know,
Yeah.
if you screw up again, we got your back. He said every other program was like, you got one shot. You know, and like, but Bakersfield's like, no, we got you, man. If you come here, we got you. Win, lose, or draw. So, I mean, yeah, it'll be interesting. And yeah, I hope I hope he turns it around, and also like learns or builds a desire to score more points.
Come on, this is his opportunity to just wrestle the way he wants to wrestle.
I know, like okay,
Go to Little Rock and
yeah, right.
you do what you do. It do you, man? Do you?
All right. Good luck, Gabe. All right. So Jack's versus Forrest. I kind of made a little list of like why they'll lose and why they'll win. You can kind of critique it. I made it kind of quickly, so I'm not wholly sure like how much I feel about it, but like so I will say that I think that Vito will win this in 2. I think that Vito will win this without a lot of problem. I think that Vito might be a little hurt, but I think that Vito like took 3rd at Worlds with a broken finger, like, and only lost to Ono. So he's really, really, really good. And he was the defending champion the year before that. So just, I mean, I can't visualize that Jax Forrest is good enough to beat Vito. Like, so anyway, what I said is Vito will win because of experience. He's stronger, more mature, physically, faster. Why he would lose is because he's injured and father time.
He's old. How old is he? He's not old.
I don't know how old he is, but like,
it's not like automatically younger is always better. Like,
what I mean by old is that eventually everybody loses. I mean, sure. Unless you're John Jones or Floyd Mayweather or like a very, very select. In combat sports, the margins are small at that level, and you eventually get too old, right? Henry Cejudo keeps going out there. He's super competitive, but not getting his hand raised, right?
Yeah,
and he was the best for a long time, but margins are thin. So on Jack's side, I think Jack has an ultimate like level of confidence. I mean, he like really feels like he's gonna figure things out in every scramble. And like, so I feel like you get into like crazy sequences and he can show Vito something that he hasn't necessarily seen before. Or an easy 2 or an easy 4, that kind of thing. You know, I think that like that could happen. And then why he'll lose, he's just not. So I'm saying mistakes, risk management. Gonna do something dumb, take a dumb shot, not, give up a 4 when he should give up a 2, something like that. And he's too young.
Too young. You can be too old.
I don't even know what that means, but like, so what about what's your thoughts?
Well, I'm in agreement that Vito will win. I think it will be fairly straightforward. I doubt he's that injured. We have not gotten any official story though about why exactly he asked for the delay.
Right.
It's just that it's his, because he's a returning medalist. He's allowed to ask for that. I think he doesn't even need to give a reason, right?
I heard somewhere online that you had to get like a doctor's note or something, but like,
So, okay, so he has to have some reason,
but these days you could probably just print off some stationery and like,
right. So
I don't think you need to show a prescription or anything.
yeah, yeah, and I just think that Vito is definitely like the best guy we got at this weight. So the people that Jax beat, I don't think that that's like, oh, because he beat those people, he's gonna beat Vito. Like I don't think that that's
Like Vito would have beat all those people.
Yeah,
Right.
pretty pretty sure of that. So, but we'll see. I mean, he's young and he's never done it before, and that sometimes that can be a plus. And when I say he's never done it before, I'm only talking about the senior level because he has actually gone to worlds at like age level stuff, right?
I'm not sure. Because he's in that really tight little. I mean, there's a lot of good guys down at that weight class.
Yeah.
Right. So I'm not 100% sure. Because there's Blaze.
And he might, yeah, there's Blaze. He might get the advantage of so this happening at Fargo. Do you think that the crowd will be like behind Jax because he's like kind of like closer to high school than Vito?
Yeah, 100%.
Because Fargo is like basically a high school event.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, no, I think 100% on that one.
So there's that's an X factor that could make a difference.
I think that's what got Duke Mafia over the hill.
Well, but Duke Mafia, that wasn't a high school event though. That was a proper Final X.
Yeah, but backyard though. I mean,
is in his backyard, but is also in Yanni's backyard too, right?
Yeah.
So, but this I think will. So the Fargo, I forget the name of the arena, but it's a big arena, and if it's like 95% for Jax Forest, sometimes the crowd makes a difference.
Yeah,
so I would put that under a reason he could win too.
Crowd.
The 11th man.
Right. 11th man.
Wouldn't that be like kind of weird to be like a world medalist and you're just at some like high school tournament weighing in and like, what is this, you know?
Yeah. But that's kind of like a lot of these events are kind of.
No, Final X was its own proper.
Final X for sure was a production and like
yes
fundraiser, and it was there's a lot going on there. But yeah, I mean, I think that they're not unused to like that as a
I get that's true
as a thing. Yeah, it'll be. So I'll ask you this: if Vito wins, what odds do you give him of medaling?
I gotta see because.
Well, he won, so that's what you saw.
I mean, if he wins,
Vito wins 2-0 with one tech. What odds do you give him of medaling?
Well, basically, the thing I'll be looking for is if he looks injured or not. If he doesn't look injured, I give him very good odds of medaling, like 80%.
Okay. If Vito looks injured and Jax wins, what odds do you give him of medaling?
If Vito looks injured and Jax wins, I'd probably go down to like 20%.
Yeah. Right.
Maybe less, 10%.
And I guess that's why Vito's the favorite.
Yeah.
Like, right. And I don't know how much it would change, right? Because I feel like if Jax wins, it's because Vito's not right. So it doesn't necessarily increase my thought on how likely he is to medal.
But what if Vito is all right and Jax just wins? But there's a thing about wrestling is when you lose, you just look bad. Even if you're like the third best wrestler in the world and you get beat 8-0 by the world champ, you look bad. Like that's just the sport. So if Jax just genuinely beats him, we're all gonna like look at it and think that Vito didn't look right.
Right. I already know that now before I see the match.
Right.
If Jax wins, I'm gonna be, well, what's wrong with Vito? And that's totally unfair, right? Because it may not be true at all. But yeah, so super excited. I actually did. Can you look up the times? I didn't I want to say, I don't know.
Uh, should I ask AI?
Yeah, you can try that. Hey, Grok. Final X. Okay, not the Final X match. Thanks. That's what the AI Google overview gave me, the Final X times.
Ooh, Monday, July 14th. First match at 3:20 Central Time. Round 2 at 4:30 Central Time.
Like 120 your time?
Yeah. Well, that's good for me. Actually, AI linked a Flow like Jax vs Vito preview.
Nice.
Yeah, how do we get our preview like?
Right. Yeah. I guess we should probably include or know what the time of the match is before we complain too much about that. So it's Monday. That's weird. So I don't even know like did you ever go out to Fargo?
I did. I went twice.
Yeah. So that's like an all week.
Oh, the event itself?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think so. I went for cadets and for juniors. And what we would do is we'd have a training camp at U of I, Champaign,
Mm-hmm.
and then we'd get on a bus and take the bus ride up there. And I don't think I was there for the whole thing, so I
Right.
just did my tournament and then
Mm-hmm.
left. Uh, but it's a while because I don't think cadets and juniors happen at the same time. The format is totally different, by the way. When I went, it was in the '90s. They had this like double elimination system,
Right. Mm-hmm.
and I remember one year, Dave Douglas, who was on our team Illinois, he lost like his second match, and he was like a favorite to win the whole thing, and he did actually end up winning the whole thing, just because it was a double elimination thing. So he had to beat somebody twice, and so that was interesting. I almost wrestled Kale Sanderson actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah, if I had won in the cadets, I was. You don't know who you're going to wrestle because everyone just has a number.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it was like my second or third match, and I lost. And then the guy I lost to ended up wrestling Kale.
Oh, nice. How do you do?
He got tech 10-0. or whatever a tech was back then. I forget.
Wow.
Yeah, it worked.
Yeah. I believe that. Oh, yeah. So, yeah, I guess I got to figure this out, make some time for it.
Yeah.
I'm Monday. So, I was a little later in the day for me, so I should be able to. Right.
Yeah, we should watch whether we do it live. We got to think of it. Are we doing it live on X, or are we just going to have it as a invite only event?
Yeah, I don't know. I got to figure out if I can be home or not Monday. So, not sure.
Right. Well, I'll DM Ralph if you want to get in the invite.
Right. Do a little Zoom watch party.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it though. It's exciting. I mean, it's a good kind of get you excited again for Worlds, and I don't know. I mean, this is a really crazy, unpredictable Worlds for Team USA for me. I mean,
yeah. We're coming off no golds at the Olympics.
No golds at any of the weights.
Right. Well, in men's freestyle.
Right.
I think some of the women won gold. But in men's freestyle, and it had been a long time. I can't even remember the last time.
For the Olympics, it's it was
before I was born.
Like the 50s, before I was born. Okay. I'm freaking old, man. It was like 56 or something was the last time. It's crazy, but that we hadn't won Olympic gold in freestyle. But yeah, Piles is convinced this is when we reassert our dominance over Japan, and he's gonna party on everybody. But I'm not as confident that that's gonna happen. But we'll see. Mm-hmm.
Well, I have a thesis. I need to flesh this out a little bit, but our age level success, I'm not so sure that that's going to translate to senior level success?
So I was like, so for me, with like U20, like everyone's like, yeah, we medaled at every weight and everything. And we were like fourth in golds. You know, like Russia had a couple, Iran had a couple, Japan had a couple, and then we had like one. So I think that, like, obviously, as you're funneling up, you'd like to see guys at U20 not getting bronze, but getting like a gold.
Right, right.
We got one gold, and it was Lilladal, and he won 2-1 without an offensive point.
Yeah.
And like, so I was like, ugh, we gotta like. I mean, I think some of that, who knows? Because then you're like, okay, well, why don't we score? Oh, it's because of Folkstaller. You can say any narrative you want, right? make it fit whatever theory you want to make. But I do think that it would be nicer if we had like more dynamic wrestlers.
Yeah.
I mean, what made Jordan Burroughs unstoppable was that he could score on everybody.
Yeah.
Right. We need the guys who can score. So it's nice to see like Blaze and stuff like showing a little bit more offense and not just like great positioning and everything like that.
Yeah.
Because all the champions can score points.
Right.
I mean, they're good defensively, but they all know how to score. So, I mean, I think you're right. I mean, like, I don't, you know, like, I mean, it kind of goes back to your, like, guys only have 10 years. And if you peak out at U20s, then
right.
where are you going to be? And I just feel like age-wise, this is a really strange quad for, like, the best U.S. wrestlers. Because all the greats are going to be too old for the next Olympics.
Mm-hmm.
There's going to be no Burroughs. There's going to be no Schneider. There's going to be no Dake. There's going to be no Taylor. You know what I mean? And then, like, we've got these super dynamic young guys, but, like, you're in U20s now, the idea that winning a gold medal in a couple of years.
Well, that's normal in other countries, though.
That they're that young?
Yeah. I think so. Traditionally, and this has changed a little bit in the last like maybe 5-6 years, but the average age of like gold medalists from other countries, I think, is like early 20s, and USA was like late 20s, and it was because the US wrestlers did the college thing and then didn't even really start getting serious about freestyle until they were like 21, 22.
Right.
It just took them that long to
build their game.
To get that good, yeah. But there's been definitely in the last like 10, 15 years a focused effort on trying to get our cadet and junior and all those people like doing better at the cadet worlds and stuff like that. And I'm not so sure. I guess the idea was like getting people more freestyle reps when they're young would help us out at the Olympics, and I'm not so sure it has.
Yeah, I mean, you know, right? I mean, you look at like the greats, and like, you know, Jordan Burroughs wasn't even winning NCAA titles till his junior year. Right. I mean, it was just a slow, steady, and then, but by the time he won his second like NCAA title, he was the best guy in the world.
Yeah.
Right. And like, yeah, so it's interesting. I mean, I think that like we obviously do well, but I mean, it's getting more competitive as more and more Russians move to other countries and more Americans,
Yeah.
you know, move to other countries. It's super competitive in that space. And yeah, we'll see. But like, yeah, and also like, you know, the guys like Cejudo or whatever went directly, you know, straight out of high school. You're never going to see that now if a guy can get $100,000 a year to wrestle in college.
Yeah.
You're
Pico was the last guy
right.
that did it, and he came really close, but just missed the team. He was trying to make the Rio Games, I think, in 2016.
Yeah.
That was kind of a bummer, actually. I was really pulling for him.
Yeah.
You know, I was in California, and too bad.
Yeah, that was a bummer. But yeah, I mean, like now, college is now
you get
a way to make money.
there's no limit on scholarships. There's NIL money.
Mm-hmm.
There's you can get paid to do camps. Like the NIL money, there's a few guys that they talk about like 6 and 7 figure things, but even just for regular people, they weren't even allowed to work camps before.
Right.
And now at least they can like work camps and have like summer job. Stay in the sport. And so it's a much more attractive option now to wrestle in college.
Yeah, right. And I think like even though it's not like big NIL money or something, I think it's like, I mean, it's reasonable for like every kid in like a Big 10 or big program.
Even like D2 programs, like you can run a camp. You can work a camp. You couldn't do that before.
Yeah.
And at least it's fun. Like it's not even always about the money. It's like it was just so dumb that you couldn't even like have a job doing wrestling, which is like the main thing you're good at.
Right. Yeah. Agreed. But yeah, cool. I guess good luck to both these guys. Hopefully they get out of it healthy. Like it's gonna be pretty weird on a Monday in a gym surrounded by high school kids, but that's cool. All right. So the wager of the weekly is Kale will be coaching at PSU this fall. What say you, Roy?
For sure. I think that this is a thing that's largely living on X. I don't think that it will get to the point where he feels like he needs to step down or anything like that, or asked to step down.
So this is a survivable offense with known knowledge, and this is not the tip of the iceberg.
Yeah.
It'll be back to dodgeball, Bible studies, and quality coaching.
I'm going with that.
Right on. We didn't even talk about Brooks, but that's like the other news of the day. Like
that's true. We didn't
talk about Aaron popping for something he bought at the grocery store. There's a lot of, well, forget it.
Right.
But there's a lot of implausible things about his situation. So for another time. I mean, he's going to have to live with whatever happens. I mean, he's going to be suspended or something. So
yeah, I think it's a mandatory, probably 1 to 2 years.
Right.
I heard it's like a serious.
Yeah, that'll be weird. But because I mean, he is a medal level guy.
Oh, for sure. He's like a gold
right
candidate for sure.
All right, so hit this real quick. I know you got a timeline. So just a couple things. I had Best of Social. I had the Real American Freestyle hurting a little bit in their ticket sales. I haven't gotten mine yet.
When is this post from?
This was today.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So somebody just like navel gazing this whole situation.
Yeah, I mean, like, I haven't gotten mine yet, but there doesn't seem to be a lot of pressure to like, like score early. What they're gonna do is they're gonna announce like Gabe Wyatt, and it's gonna sell out, and I'm gonna spend $200 this ticket. So that's the risk. But at this point, again, like, I mean, I don't know. They need to lock in a little bit more with their promotion and that kind of thing, right? I mean, it's and so I think our next show should be Claw. I mean, I'm getting a much better vibe off Claw. You know, it's like being like more organized and I think more dedicated, like to wrestling. It's a matter of like, can they make a profitable product? So, the turtle. So someone said we talked about this, right? That the talks that the turtle versus Bo Nickal, Madison Square Garden. So I feel the Iron Turtle will. He's an interesting guy. He's like the exact opposite of Bo, right? So Bo's been in combat sports since he was 2. and this guy got into like fighting like older in life. Like I want to say like even like 18, 19, 20 or something, like from his military instructor liked to box, so he started boxing. And this guy's like flying up the charts in the UFC, right?
Okay.
And like, so you know what? He's the exact opposite. I think one of the things that Bo's problem is he never gets teed up in the gym.
Yeah.
But you know when the Iron Turtle walked into the gym with no experience, that they were teeing him up from day one, right? I mean, the guy's been doing great. I mean, like to get to the UFC, you know, I mean, just so this will be interesting. I hope they make this fight. But I'm gonna take the turtle. Shockingly, if in fact they fight, but we'll see. Team trophy. Oh, did you see this? It's kind of fun little thing.
Oh, I have seen this.
So this is like the team trophies over the years,
Uh-huh.
and Iowa State, and then obviously it is interesting that like there's really like when you look at how many teams are on this,
Right.
wrestling's never been very competitive. Like, I mean, you don't see like I was about to say you don't see Lehigh sneaking in there, but they've got 3. So I didn't mean Lehigh. You don't see like Illinois. Illinois didn't get one, huh? That had a
Team trophies is top 3.
Oh, yeah. No, top 4.
Top 4. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And this is since
the start.
Since the 70s.
Yeah, since they started doing team trophies.
Okay.
So it's super interesting. I mean, you know, like I mean that like how sort of competitive.
Well, there's three main programs.
Mm-hmm. 4 now.
Where's Cornell? I thought Cornell would have been higher on this.
That's true. They have at least. There they go.
There they
Jumped
are.
up to 4. Yeah. Arizona State.
Yeah.
I mean, the only school. Well, I guess what jumps out a little bit is that Michigan State.
Yeah.
I mean, the rest of these programs are still at the end.
I mean, somehow in my mind, like I still think of Michigan State as like a really good program.
Right.
I think I grew up in the 80s and 90s, and they had some like really solid teams.
Right. Big Rashad.
And then they still always they have some. You know, they have Cam Caffey.
Right.
Right. Got so much hope based on like a couple good weekends.
Yeah, he beat Dean.
Yeah,
he lived off that, man. He's still there. He's still in the crowd when I go to the meets. He's still, yes, sir. But I thought that was kind of cool.
Yeah.
They did one for champions too.
Yeah, that's the one I saw. I didn't see that one that you showed.
Oh, what happened?
Oof. Shoes. That post has been taken down.
Oh, Wyatt already sold out his fresh shoes.
Oh, those look pretty sweet. I can see why.
I don't know, man. I guess. Oh, and then he's got another shirt.
A new shirt?
Yeah, new one. So it's an upgrade from the last one.
Yeah, definitely.
But
maybe he heard our pod.
Yeah, right. He's like, oh, I got to step up my shirt game a little bit here. For sure. Did you have anything? Oh,
just another shirt. Lemley dropped a shirt, man.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of like it.
Yeah. I would not recommend Carter wear it.
Yeah.
He should probably avoid that bad boy. But
this is like old school, like 80s, like wrestling shirt.
Yeah.
Like aggression, win.
Right. Something about like taking swimmers' girlfriends or something, or like, you know, just like. But yeah, right. Simple, to the point. Amazing blue. I'm hoping he has a good year. So, I'm a big fan. I mean, ever since like I was there for the Iowa meet, like we were like mat side, closest seats to the Michigan bench. For that, we got moved up there by the usher because we were wearing Michigan gear and they smoked them. You know, they won like the first 6 matches, but the Lemley Real Woods match was like far and away like one of the best matches I've ever seen live. Just
Yeah.
I mean, the energy on that was just so phenomenal. So yeah, very cool. I think that's it. Oh yeah. Still got room. Anybody who wants to be a guest, I guess the next show is going to be primarily Claw. So if you want to talk Claw, jump in. So kind of change the times. I think we're going to be midweek, Wednesday, Thursday.
Yep.
So I should update that slide. But go ahead and reach out on X, make something happen. And you too can be. Oh, do I have it? There it is. I got it right there. We got a spot waiting for you. As
You
we
are.
speak. You are here. I think that's it. I don't think I have anything else.
All right. Well, look forward to watching the
Let me
Jax Vito match.
did that wrong. I jumped in the bell one more time. Yep. So that'll be exciting. Any other plans for the week? Anything good?
I've been going to jiu-jitsu like every single day. So
nice.
that's my plan. Yeah, I'm really enjoying it. I'm going to go right after this, actually.
I've been jumping in the river every single day, catching some big smallmouths. It's been a lot of fun. So missed today, but the last few days, really the last week. So that's been good. I'm going down to Dad's Thursday. And get the house squared away for you guys visit and everything. So
yeah, we'll be there in like 12 days, something like that.
Yeah, it'll probably be messy again by then.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks everybody for watching. Have a great week.
Thank
we'll
you.
see you next week and take it easy, Roy. I'm going to send us out here.
To Rob.